Welcome back to Yoga with Krysta. My name is Krysta, and today's class is an Unwind evening flow. In this class, we're going to be holding postures a little bit longer and going into some deeper stretches to prepare your body for sleep so you can have a really restful night. This is an all levels class, and you won't need any props whatsoever. So when you're ready, come join me on the mat. We'll get started in class today with the knees nice and wide. Walk your hands out in front of you and just find a gentle child's pose. Allow your chest and your belly to sink through the thighs. Let your forehead come down to the ground, and you can roll it back and forth. And just starting to lengthen out across the spine. Really reach the hands forward. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale, let it go. One more just like that. And then slowly begin to shift forward. Come up into your table. So shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath the hips. And take a few rounds here of your cat-cow. So as you inhale, the belly drops, the heart opens up. And on your exhale, round the spine, push the floor away. So keep moving just like that. Inhale, belly drops, heart opens, spread through the collarbones, and then exhale, round the spine, push the ground away. Take a few more. And if it feels good here, you can start to incorporate other movements. So you might look over your shoulder, allow your shoulder and hip to connect a little bit. You might walk your hands forward, just one palm's width, and start to take big circles through the hips. So as you inhale, come forward, open your collarbones, and as you exhale, it's almost as if you're pressing back through a child's pose. And if you are taking those circles, be sure to switch the direction, just evening out. We'll eventually come back and find our neutral table. Tuck your toes under, press back, and find your first down dog. And just start to move around here. So pedal your heels, shift the weight across your hips. The palms stay nice and heavy as you press your chest further back. Eventually the heels can drop down a little bit deeper. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And slowly start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Find a rag doll. Take opposite elbows and just sway gently left and right. So the head stays really heavy, shoulders soft. Have a nice bend in your knees as you sway. And then eventually come back to center, release the hands down. And we're going to walk the feet nice and wide. So the toes are turning out, heels turn in, and just soften your knees and sink your hips all the way back. Finding Malasana. Hands together in front of your heart. Broaden through the collarbones. Maybe smile a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in. Big exhale, let it go. And then go ahead and take the hands down. Come back into a forward fold. Just let your head get heavy. Inhale, find a flat back. And then exhale, walk your hands all the way out and find a plank pose. Keep the core strong as you lower the knees and then lower all the way down to the belly. Untuck your toes, find a little back bend. So nothing too intense. You don't have to come up into your upward facing dog, just a nice little cobra. And then press back, child's pose. Balasana. And then from that child's pose, slowly start to shift forward. Come onto your hands and knees. Inhale the right arm high. Open your chest and then exhale. Slide that arm all the way underneath. Come down onto the left shoulder. The head stays really heavy here. You can move the left fingertips over to the right corner of the mat, or maybe you drop the hand across the low back. So you choose. Just continue that gentle rotation. Nice, full, steady breath. Eventually release the left hand back to the ground, press into the palm, and reach the right arm up. Lower the hand back down. Inhale this time, left arm sweeps high. And then slide that arm all the way underneath. Come down onto your shoulder blade. Again, feel free to move that right hand. And just continuing that twist. Take another deep breath right here. And then lower the right hand back down next to your face. Press into the palm, left arm reaches high. Lower the hand back down. Take one round of your cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, heart opens. Exhale, round the spine. Come back to neutral. Toes tuck under, downward facing dog. Let your head get really heavy here. And then on your next inhale, shift forward to plank pose. So shoulders over the wrists. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down to your belly. From here, untuck your toes. You're just going to take your hands out in front of you. So finding a sphinx pose. Shoulders on top of your elbows. And then begin to bend your right knee. So take it all the way out to the right side. From here, begin to press the right palm into the ground. Lift your right elbow. Flip that left palm up. Slide the left hand underneath the right arm. And then begin to roll yourself all the way down. So the right arm is reaching over to the side. So it's kind of like you're in a spinal twist, but it might feel just a little bit deeper. So close your eyes here and just breathe. So full, steady breath. And just enjoy that twist. Notice how the spine feels. Notice how your back feels. And then slowly, mindfully take that right hand back around, coming back into your Sphinx pose. Shoulders on top of the wrists, right leg is going to lengthen, and then bring your left knee all the way up. So we're coming into that kind of half frog pose. Left palm is going to press into the mat. Flip the right palm, and then slide it underneath, and start to roll yourself over. So gazing this time over the left hand. And feel free to close your eyes here. Just soften into it. Take one more nice, full, complete breath. And then we'll slowly take that left arm around, come back into your Sphinx pose, shoulders on top of the elbows, lift your heart, press your hips into the ground, and then drag your elbows back. Keep them pressing into the floor, but it's as if you want your elbows to come to your hip bones. Take a big breath here, and then slowly hands together, forehead can come down on top of your hands just to rest for a moment. Slowly beginning to lift back up, place the palms under the shoulders, and then press all the way back. Just come onto your heels for a moment, keeping the knees together. So drop the right fingertips down to the right side. Inhale the left arm high. Place that hand over toward the right side of the head, and just place some very gentle pressure down. So reaching the left ear down to the left shoulder. And take a full breath here. Release that left hand comes down to the left side. Inhale, right arm high. Place that hand over to the left side and press down. You can keep stretching the left fingertips away. And then release that. Interlace your fingers. Place them at the back of your head. Reach your chin down toward your chest. So stretching through the back side of the neck. And you can kind of tilt your chin left or right. Just trying to find that sweet spot. Release that. Start to walk your hands out in front of you and press into down dog. Now from your dog, take an inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. You can open your hips up here. Just kind of roll around the knee, the hip, the ankle. Let it feel good. Eventually come back and find a straight leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift it through and land in your half pigeon pose. So the knee and the shin can come down. Back leg is long behind you. Come up onto the fingertips. Inhale, lift your heart. And then as you exhale, come on down. So you can lower to your forearms. You can lower to your hands. Maybe even make a pillow for your forehead with the backs of your hands. Just notice your breath here. See if you can slow it down. And then slowly begin to lift back up. Place the palms back to the ground. Tuck your left toes under, and we're just going to sweep that right leg up again. Roll around the knee, the hip, the ankle. Come into your down dog. Same thing on the left side. So inhale, left leg lifts. Open your hip. Roll around the leg. Just lubricating the joint. And then come back to a straight leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift it through, land in your half pigeon pose. So the knee and the shin can come down. Again, the back leg is nice and long. Come up onto the fingertips, open your heart, and then slowly come down. So lowering down into it any amount that feels good today. Noticing that this side of the body might feel different than the other side of the body, and that's okay. And just approaching each posture without judgment. Take one more breath right here. And then we'll slowly start to lift back up. Place the palms back to the floor. Tuck your right toes under. And then sweep that left leg up. Roll around knee, hip, ankle. Come back into your down dog. Take a full breath right here. And then come down to your knees. You're just going to send your legs all the way out in front of you. Give them a little shake. The right leg is going to stay long as you bring your left foot into the inner thigh. So hip bones can square to the front. Inhale, the arms lift. And then as you exhale, fold over the right leg. Reaching your chest over. Softening across your shoulders. And maybe even closing your eyes here, seeing if the forehead can come a little bit closer to your shin. And then slowly start to lift back up and take a twist. Take the left foot across the right thigh. If you want to deepen the twist, you can by bending the right knee. Either way, left hand is behind you. Stretch the spine, lift the right arm. Take your twist over to the left side. You can hug your knee or hook the elbow, and then inhale, grow tall. And exhale, deepen the posture a little bit more. Nice full breath right here. And then slowly untwist, take the gaze back to center. Walk your hands over to the right side for a little counter twist. And come back up. Start to uncross the legs, shake them out a little bit. Left leg's gonna stay long as you bring the right foot in. Hips can square forward. Inhale, arms stretch. And then exhale, fold over the left leg. So just working into the hamstrings. Again, maybe your forehead can come a little closer to the shin. Notice your breath. And then we'll slowly start to lift up. Take the right leg across the left. Find your twist, right hand's behind, left arm stretches, twist to the right side, inhale to lengthen, and exhale, deepen your pose. Look back over your shoulder, or maybe just choosing to close your eyes. Slowly untwist. Take your hands over to the left side. Take a little counter twist. And then come back up. Extend your legs. Give them a little shake. Take your feet nice and wide, making a really big V with the legs. Take the hands behind you and work to scoot your hips forward. If this is deep enough, just stay here with the hands back. If you want more, take the hands out in front of you, or maybe come down to your forearms, or if you have the flexibility, come down to your belly and even your chest. So just choosing which level is right for you today and not forcing it, just enjoying the posture, enjoying the sensations as they come and go, and always trying to redirect your thoughts back to the present moment. So if they drift away, that's okay. Just notice where they go. Notice the quality of them. Release them and let your thoughts come back to the present, focusing your awareness on your breath and your body. And then slowly start to lift back up. Take your feet close together, give them a little shake. And then feet come together for bound angle. Soles of the feet touching, spread the feet open, reach your heart forward, elbows back as you fold over. So shoulders away from the ears. You can use your elbows as a little bit of resistance to push into the inner thighs and open them a little bit more. And then slowly start to lift back up. Extend your legs long. Inhale, the arms lift. And exhale to fold over, Paschimottanasana. If it's possible for you, see if you can allow your forehead to come a little bit closer to the shins. And then slowly start to lift back up. All right, give your legs a little shake. And we're going to end our class today in a legs up the wall. All right, so go ahead and move the short end of your mat over to a wall. All right, and I will meet you there.
So once you're situated by a wall, you're just going to take your hip, any hip is fine, right or left, and take it nice and close to the wall. From here, start to lay back as you extend your legs all the way up, and then your torso is going to come down. Arms can drop down next to you, palms flipping up. Allow your eyes to close. So just releasing any tension in the body. Releasing any stress in your mind. Do a little body scan. Notice if there is any tension in your jaw, maybe your facial features. Maybe there's still tension in your shoulders or your hips. See if you can breathe into those areas, letting them go. Take a big breath in, just sigh it out. Just resting right here. Allow your breath to get a little bit bigger. And start to send some very gentle movement back into your fingers, your toes. You might roll the wrists and the ankles, or even stretch and reach up. Eventually start to roll over to your side, just cradling your knees in towards your chest. And then eventually pressing yourself up and finding a comfortable and easy seat. Allow your hands to come together in front of your heart. Begin to thank yourself for choosing to practice, for choosing to show up. And thank you so much for sharing your own practice with me. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. If you enjoyed this class, please make sure to press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you'll get notified when I release a new class each week. And here is another really relaxing class that I think you're going to love. It's a flow and restore class, so you get some movement and some stretching as well as some restorative postures. So go ahead and save that one for tomorrow, and I will see you on the mat soon.